This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So Wednesday means it's Wildcard Wednesday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and it's also Dominaria week. So today, we're looking at a deck that, I don't know if you'd call it wild, it's a deck that we've actually played before many times, one of my favorite decks with a bit of a twist, and a surprising and really sweet new Dominaria edition. I'm calling this one Flame Whack. It comes to us from Magic Aids, who took it to a 5-0 finish in a competitive Modern League on Magic Online. So congrats to Magic Aids on a super sweet deck. Also, if you're familiar with Magic Aids, they do some sweet YouTube videos, some interesting brews and decks, mostly in Modern, I think, but if you haven't seen them, check them out. Cool stuff. Anyway, a quick reminder before we break down Flame Whack for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So Flame Whack starts off looking a lot like our 8-Whack decks. You got Goblin Bushwhacker, you got Reckless Bushwhacker. So these cards naturally find themselves at home in aggressive lists, where you're looking to play a bunch of creatures, hopefully kick or surge a Bushwhacker, hit for tons and tons of damage. And this deck is kind of the same idea, except unlike 8-Whack, it's not all goblins. It does have a lot of goblin synergies, but it strays outside the goblin world for a couple of additions. So we got Burning Tree Emissary, also Simian Spirit Guide, just a one of like a Lotus Petal. Probably never going to cast it, mostly to add a mana. But Burning Tree Emissary, pretty sweet with the wax because it's just a free body on the battlefield. So you can play a 1-drop, play a Burning Tree Emissary, kick a Bushwhacker, or play multiple 1-drops and Bushwhack the next turn. So just another really explosive addition to the deck, because one of the things about this build of 8-Whack, the Flame Whack deck, is it really values getting empty-handed as fast as possible. We'll talk about why in a minute, but Burning Tree Emissary is a great card if you just want to spew your hand at lightning speed. Then we have an infinite number of 1-drops. So Fanatical Firebrand, Mog Fanatic, very similar in their own ways, but 1-drops that can ping a damage at an opponent at one of their creatures, also goblins. Then we have a bunch of other 1-drops, Goblin Guide, Legion Loyalist, staples of the 8-Whack build. Goblin Guide, one of the best 1-drops ever printed. Legion Loyalist, super scary with wax and with a bunch of goblins because it gives them all trample and first strike and can't be blocked by tokens, which means Lingering Shoals doesn't shut you down. Then we also have Bombat Courier, which generates some card advantage, takes advantage of the fact that we're trying to get empty-handed super quickly. So all this stuff, pretty typical 8-Whack stuff. Yes, there's Bombat Courier, that's not a goblin. Yes, there's Burning Tree Emissary, but very typical of 8-Whack. The unique part of this deck, the flame part of this deck, is the Flame of Keld. So if you've ever played the 8-Whack deck, you'll know that one of the problems with the deck is if you don't have a fast hand, it's possible to kind of just run out of gas. Your opponent maybe survives, finds a sweeper, then it's really hard to rebuild. You don't have any card advantage. You kind of spew your hand, or if you draw too many lands and flood out, it's hard to recover from that. The Flame of the Keld is the solution to that problem for Flame Whack. So Flame of the Keld, not one of the most hyped sagas, but super powerful in this deck. So enters the battlefield, we discard our hand. That's why we want to get empty-handed so quickly. That's why we have the Burning Tree Emissaries, the Simian Spirit Guides, because we don't want to be discarding all of our good stuff. So hopefully, by like turn 2 or turn 3, we're getting empty-handed. We're playing Flame of Keld, so the first lore counter isn't really a drawback. Then our next turn, we draw 2 cards. Plus, we're drawing the card for our turn, so suddenly we go from 0 cards to 3 cards, and that boost of card advantage is something that typical 8-Whack decks haven't really had. That by itself is a nice way to rebuild post-Wrath or to refill your hand. And then the big payoff is lore counter number 3, which makes it so if a red source would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead, which means our 1/1s are hitting for 3 damage. If we sack up Mog Fanatic, we're hitting for 3 damage. It becomes a lightning bolt. Our Goblin Guide is attacking for 4 damage. So it gets really, really crazy. So all of our goblins and our stuff on the battlefield is just hitting for absurd amounts of damage. Also, we can finish off the game with our Flame of the Keld damage with our burn spells really easily. Suddenly, Lightning Bolt on the turn when Flame of the Keld goes ultimate is a Goblin Grenade, and Goblin Grenade is dealing 7 damage to our opponent's face. So hopefully, as we're drawing with Flame of the Keld, we'll draw some of our burn spells, we got in a bunch of early damage, and then we just 5 damage Lightning Bolt, 7 damage Goblin Grenade our opponent into oblivion. So a super, super cool, really awesome new addition to the deck. As far as the rest of the deck, we got a bunch of fetch lands. We also have a couple of stomping grounds, a mountain, so a more expensive mana base than the typical mono red 8-whack deck. But this mana base lets us play Destructive Revelry, which is a great addition to the sideboard. Getting rid of Ley Lines of Sanctity, getting rid of Ensnaring Bridges, pretty much any artifact or enchantment that's causing trouble. We also get a bit more removal, Searing Blood going face and getting rid of a creature, Fork Bolt potentially getting rid of 2 creatures, or it can just go to the face. We also have Atarka's Command as another way to force through a ton of damage. If we fire this off on the turn that we are ultimating our Flame of the Keld, it's pretty insane. 5 damage to the opponent's face, also pumping all of our creatures, which means they're just hitting for absurd amounts of damage. We also have a couple of Keep Alive cards in the sideboard. Damping Sphere, another really good new addition from Dominaria for Tron, for Storm, for Eggs and some other fringe decks, Gravedigger's Cage for Graveyards and Collected Company, and that is Flame Whack for Modern, and that's our instant deck tech for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.